Good afternoon and happy 4th of July, everybody. Welcome to Coca-Cola Speedway as we get ready for the first race of the chase here in Season 5 of the Snickers Cup Series. 34-lap event awaits us where we're going to be watching 12 drivers who made the chase last week battle it out for supremacy atop the standings here after the first race of the chase. We're getting ready for the running of the Independence Day 400. I wonder why I chose that name. Of course, it's July 4th, and I want to wish everybody a very happy 4th of July. Hope that you're going to be spending it with your family, having a great day. But we're getting ready for a cool race here today as well. On the pole for this race, making her debut in the Snickers Cup Series, that is Madison Sieber, replacing Chris Dollerton over in RCR for the rest of the season. And what a way to make your debut by starting on the pole in that American Ethanol Chevrolet. Alongside of her, another rookie, so it's an all-rookie front row, Jeffrey Buckeye in the 22 for Penske Racing. Then we got some chasers lined up in row number 2. Aaron Williams Jr., a two-time winner this season and 4th in the chase points right now. He is going to line up in 3rd. Alongside of him, 3-time winner this season, and a rookie, John Cittadino, comes in tied for the points lead with James McLeod. Those two with 3 wins apiece. Trying to look further back here, see if I can find the other chasers. Looks like the closest chaser next is starting off 12th place, and I think that's Sean Henley, the defending Snickers Cup Series champion. Then just behind him, I see his teammate, Mary Cole. Behind Mary Cole, I see Anthony McCrory. So the chasers are definitely here, there, and everywhere through this field. But it looks like the only ones really starting up front are Aaron Williams Jr. and John Cittadino. We'll have to see if that's going to come into play in their favor at the end of the day. Time to get these cars rolling off. One other driver making her debut today as well that I failed to mention. That is Danica Shirley, moving over here for the final 10 races of the Snickers Cup Series, replacing Michael Norman in the 88 for Hendrick Motorsports. So, Madison Sieber, Danica Shirley, let's see what they can do in the Snickers Cup Series. Let's see what's going to be happening here in the first race of the chases. Here's your starting lineup. Under the green flag, Madison Sieber. How would it be for her in her first career start to not only start on the pole but win the race? It can be done. We've seen things like that happen here in the NNSCRA, and who knows, today may be no different. 34 laps of racing await us. Here we go. Green flag is ready to come out, and we're underway here in the Independence Day 400. It's going to be interesting to see just how quickly those chase drivers that are starting outside the top 20 are going to work their way to the front. Are they going to hang back for a while, or are they going to come to the front as soon as possible? As Aaron Williams Jr. is going to be on the attack here for the lead, trying to pick up his 3rd win of the season there in that 24 car. He's got some drafting help in the form of Joshua Michaels, and looks like he will get that inside line working, and he's going to go to the front just like that. Number 24 goes to the lead. Aaron Williams Jr., the first driver in NNSCRA history to have a multiple-win season in the 24 ride. Dylan Young was the first one to put that ride in victory lane. That was last season. So the 24 now between two drivers gone to victory lane 3 times in the span of 2 seasons, as Zach Campbell's coming right up on the back bumper of Aaron Williams Jr. Here comes his teammate, Alex DeMarco. So the 2 teammates there, 2 rookie teammates out of Everham Motorsports, they're working together really well right now. And Zach Campbell's going to go to the bottom. Let's see if Alex DeMarco can catch up to him here and offer some drafting help. Oh, James Silverfox is going to move him out of the way. 3 wide. Oh, almost some contact there between DeMarco and Aaron Williams Jr. That was close. And we were talking about whether or not chasers are going to start moving their way up to the front. There's a few of them. Anthony McCurry and Sean Galligan, or make that Sean Henley rather, my bad, side by side. That, I believe, is for the 8th position, and Henley is going to take it away. Now, Sean Henley, last season, as I recall, I believe his first win of the season came at race, well, I think it was race 20, because it was a 25 race schedule. But basically, he didn't win until right around the time the chase began. And he is winless this season in that 25. We'll have to see if maybe he's going to now step it up and try and pick up a victory here today at Coca-Cola. He's side by side with Aaron Williams Jr. I'm seeing a few other chasers back here starting to work their way up. There is Barney Ward in the 29. Another driver who's still trying to get to victory lane this season, but has had a great season, made the chase due to his consistent finishes. Currently in the 13th place is where he's being listed. Then there's some teammates back here from Tweenix Racing. James McLeod side by side with Dylan Poteet. Poteet, of course, went to victory lane last week at Arizona, which ended his winless streak in that 78. James McLeod, they were a 3-time winner. Whoa. Why does the Votas awfully loose off that corner? Let's look further back, try and find some other chasers. There's one there in Adam Chambers in the 43. Trying to get up there with his 2 Ray Everham Motorsports teammates. He's currently being listed back in the 22nd position. There was Cole Daly in the 17. He's trying to work his way up to the front right now there. 29th place. He's on the inside line working with Rohit Vidaravu. There's Mary Cole and John Cittadino. They have both slipped back after they both had good qualifying spots. And someone spun. Whoa! James Silverfox. And they're spinning up here too. Barney Ward, Callum Wales, Matthew Rodriguez, Richard Johnson, and Jake Cole. And somebody else spun down to the infield. Oh, it was Joshua Michaels, I believe. Wait a minute. There was somebody else there. Is that the 9 of Alex DeMarco, I think? Yes, it is. And Jordan Davis is going to be the leader. Derek Reed second. That's Aaron Williams Jr., Eric Burton, and Anthony McCurry. That's the top 5. Oh, man, Zach Campbell. We saw him up at the front of the field. Jake Cole, Richard Johnson. And there's Barney Ward. Not the way he wanted to start off the chase. Oh, Alex DeMarco, too. Did the 2 teammates get together, I wonder? There's Silver Fox. We know he was the initial reason for the caution coming out. And Jordan Davis for Roush Fenway Racing. Looking for his 2nd win of the season. Is out in front. Caution flag comes out here on lap number 5. We're currently on lap number 6. Okay, this is what happened. Looked like this was a battle for the lead, amazingly enough. And Joshua Michaels going to turn James Silverfox, and up into the wall they go. DeMarco Campbell nowhere to go. Almost shades of Justin Williams turning Charles Jackson in the Mobile Cup Series race. And I think somebody's going to get Joshua Michaels further back. Or nope, up ahead here. Who was it that gets turned? Oh, Barney Ward and Richard Johnson were the 2 that made contact. Let's see what happens there. Oh, Barney Ward got the apron. And his car just snapped on him up the track, and there was nowhere for Richard Johnson to go. That's a tough break for Richard. And there you see Matthew Rodriguez getting into Callum Wales and Jake Cole as well. Just a case of drivers hitting that apron there. Oh, there's the car that got turned. Jacob Lawler in the 15. Did he get the wall? Nope, he saved it. I don't even know who turned him. Do we even know who turned the 15 car? Oh, Kyle Sosnowski. After contact from John Cittadino, bounces into him. Oh, and there's Silver Fox there, left side of your screen. He got Richard Johnson. And there is DeMarco. There is Zach Campbell. That's a tough break for those guys. All 4 of the drivers who were actually battling for the lead right there. DeMarco, Michaels, Silver Fox, and Campbell. All rookies, too. In a 4-wide situation, all wreck, and a few others along for the ride as well. One chaser that I can see involved, and that was Barney Ward in the 29. Well, folks, we were about to go back to Green Flag Racing, but we definitely have to take a look at a replay of this. While we were showing you the other replay, drivers were making pit stops on lap 6. Jordan Davis was the leader coming down, but he wasn't the leader coming off, and I felt we had to show why this happened. We got to watch this. Jordan Davis on pit road. Everything appears to be going fine. They're going to bring him into his pit stall. He's going to make a pit stop. At this point, everything looks hunky-dory, but watch right here. What's going to take place? I think it's going to happen right about now. Adam Chambers coming in, Davis coming out. Davis gets blocked in as Chambers does pull into his pit stall. So Chambers has sustained some damage, but look at Jordan Davis. Nowhere for him to go. He cannot go anywhere. He's boxed in there, and then watch here. Finally, Davis thinks, okay, I'm going to be clear. He runs into the back of Dylan Poteet. And then to make matters worse, well, he's going to try and get around Dylan Poteet. All right, I've cleared Dylan Poteet. I've cleared Adam Chambers. Oh, look out. Here comes Jacob Lawler. And he blocks in the 16. So Jordan Davis, wrong place, wrong time. And then he's going to get pushed against the wall there. And I do believe he is actually, believe it or not, taking his car back behind the wall after this incident that took place here with him, Chambers, Poteet, and Lawler. That's a tough break for the 16 team. The leader off of pit road, due to the misfortunes of one Jordan Davis, is Aaron Williams Jr. Trent Whitney going to line up behind him in second. Eric Burton third. Danica Shirley, very nice run here in her debut in that 88. Currently in the fourth position. Fifth place is going to be Charles Jackson. George Roque is in sixth. Seventh is Hayden Klein. Jake Rogers, eighth. Ninth is Rohit Vidar, and Waitis Savotas is in 10th. Let's find some of our other chasers. James McLeod, 11th. 12th is Dylan Poteet. 13th, Mary Cole. 14th, Anthony McCrory. There's Derek Reed. He must have had a rather slow pit stop. He's restarting back in 19th. Cole Daly is now up to 21st place. Adam Chambers back here in 25th. John Citadino, 28th. Sean Henley back in 31st now. He must have had a really slow pit stop, too. Jordan Davis sits on pit road right now after trying to repair the damage he sustained during that pit road incident. Drivers out of the race are as follows: Joshua Michaels, Zach Campbell, Alex DeMarco, James Silverfox, Richard Johnson, Barney Ward, and Jake Cole. So our first retiree for the day, as far as the chaser is concerned, that is Barney Ward. Tough break there for that 29 team. Made the chase due to their consistency, and looks like they're going to have to take a mulligan already after race number 1. Well, Aaron Williams Jr. is out in front, and he is a championship contender. But the drivers behind him, all the way back to 10th place, are not in the chase for the championship. And I very much doubt, even with having a teammate Danica Shirley right there, I don't think they're going to be trying to work with that 24 at all. Green flag comes out. I said it in either the Trucks or Mobile Cup Series race. Each driver has their own agenda when the chase comes around. If they haven't made the chase, they're going to go out there regardless of what chasers are ahead of them, and they're going to try and win races. The chasers, they're going to try and see if they can form alliances with the non-chasers, but it's an awfully difficult task. Aaron Williams Jr. going to lead him down the back straightaway. No challenge yet, but here comes a challenge. Trent Whitney down to the bottom, trying to pick up his second win of the season in what's been a dismal season for that 98. 42nd in the points. And here comes Danica Shirley. Now, as I look back here, Danica Shirley did not finish well in the Oreo Truck Series race, but she's doing very well here today in the Snickers Cup Series event. Danica, as mentioned before, replacing Michael Norman for the final 10 races of the season. And Trent Whitney going to go to the lead. Almost no contact there between Danica Shirley and Eric Burton. Now look at how quickly Aaron Williams Jr. is fading from view. Nobody's working with the 24. Nobody's working with the chasers. And how about Joe Gibbs Racing? Look at him there. Hayden Klein. That's another chaser, actually, I failed to mention. My apologies. Hayden Klein there. Charles Jackson and his teammate Waitis Savotas. Apparently Joe Gibbs Racing's worked out something where they're all trying to help their teammate Hayden Klein win this championship, or at least get the win here today. Hayden Klein's going to now look for second place. Hayden Klein, only one win this season, came at the longest race of the season, the Coke 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. A lot of Toyotas up here at the front too. Got the 11, the 18, the 20, the 55. 93 starting to work his way up here as well as Hayden Klein. He is a man on a mission. He's going to go to the lead, bypassing Trent Whitney as if Whitney was standing still. George Roque moves into second. Third place now, Wider Savotas. Charles Jackson fourth in a battle on for fifth. Joe Gibbs Racing holds 3 of the top 4 spots right now. So here comes some chasers trying to work their way back up to the front. There's Aaron Williams Jr. working with his teammate Danica Shirley. James McLeod back there right now in the 51. Keep in mind, James McLeod, one of his victories this season. One of his 3 victories came at the Daytona 500, a restrictor plate track. And wait a minute, was there smoke up ahead there? I guess not. Thought I saw some smoke coming out of the back of the 55. Unfortunately, I was just seeing things. How about a nice recovery there for the 13 of Derek Reed? He was second when the caution flag came out, our only caution flag so far. And then he restarted all the way back in 19th place. I don't know if it was because he went with tires or what. But he's done a nice job recovering and getting back up here into the top 10, currently in the 8th position, just ahead of him. Jake Rogers there in the 93. We received word that BK Racing will not be returning in Season 6 of the Snickers Cup Series, so Jake Rogers is going to be going to a different team in Season 6. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. But he and Austin Ogo, who is actually battling for the championship as Ogo, they obviously want to end the season on a high note for that 2-car race team. As Trent Whitney's out in front, let's find out where some of these drivers we haven't talked about, some of these chase contenders are. How about Austin Ogo? Where is he? Here he is back here with fellow chaser and fellow rookie Mary Cole. He's currently in the 18th position, bypassing our pole sitter Madison Sieber. Looks like a few other chasers back here in a clump. And Anthony McCurry and Dylan Poteet. Now Poteet, we know, has a little bit of damage to the back of his car after he got run to the back of by Jordan Davis on pit road. Apparently that's not slowing him down at all, though. There's Emilio Navarrete. Navarrete and Poteet find themselves in the same area here when those two were battling with each other on the final lap at Arizona. Let's look further back here so we can find chasers not doing so well. One of them is John Cittadino. Cittadino ended up starting off this race in the 4th position. Not a good run for him right now in 25th place. I don't think he's off the pace, though. No visible damage that I can see. I'm just not sure what it is that's actually causing him to be so slow. Unless it's a strategy. This could be strategy. If so, it's very, very wise strategy. But I want to make sure you don't fall back too far. There's Cole Daly trying to work his way back up to the front. He's back in the 30th position. Oh, and we got pit stops going on. Trent Dunham just dove for pit road. Madison Sieber's coming to pit road. Anybody else? Matthew Rodriguez on pit road. So a few drivers already electing to come down pit road this early. So we got to keep our eyes on the leaders coming out of turn 2. See if anybody at the front is going to come down and pit. Derek Reed going to go side by side there with Danica Shirley. He may actually have thoughts about the lead heading into turn number 3. Yes, he does. Here he comes to the bottom. Let's see if anybody's going to dive for pit road this time. Is Derek Reed coming? Nope, but Wider Savotas and Trent Whitney are. Charles Jackson, George Roque, James McLeod, Danica Shirley, Aaron Williams Jr. Mary Cole gets spun back there. Mary Cole just got spun around at the entrance of pit road, and they're piling up. John Cittadino's in it. Buckeye got a piece of it. Henley was in it. Walsh. As Cittadino's car sits on top of the Tim Walsh machine. Oh boy. Aaron Williams Jr., he's coming down pit road there. Mary Cole has been able to recover. She's in her pit stall now. There's Sean Henley. Looks like they're going to try and get the damage repaired to the 25. You see he does have some damage on the hood. Oh, John Cittadino coming down. And Cittadino has retired after a pit road incident. After these pit stops are over, we're going to have to look back at a quick replay, see what happened coming down pit road to the 4 of Mary Cole. She got turned in front of the rest of the field. Let's find out where Hayden Klein is. Is he coming down pit road this time? Oh, he's on pit road now, along with Rohit Aravu. So, is Derek Reed the leader? Yes, he is. We're waiting on Derek Reed to make his pit stop. Now keep in mind, he ended up going with tires on his last pit stop, so he's probably good to go for a little bit longer. than the rest of these other drivers. It's like Dylan Young able to stay out as well. Ogo now to third, Navrat fourth. And Cole Daly just gave up fifth place to come down and make his pit stop. We gotta find Derek Reed again in the 13. There's Tim Walsh. You can see he has some front end damage, but he's been able to continue. John Cittadino has retired. And they're also saying that Adam Chambers has retired. I don't know if that's the case. Looks like they're saying Chambers is out of the race. That's another championship contender. So here comes the rest of the leaders. First, second, third, and fourth. Reed, Young, Ogo, and Emilio Navrat. Only one of those drivers battling for the championship, that being Austin Ogo. Let's see just how fast a pit stop they can put here on the Geico Ford as Tim Walsh is back on pit road. Still trying to repair the damage to that Napa Toyota. Derek Reed comes into this race currently 22nd in points. He is a former winner this season as well. Looks like they're going with a 4-tire stop on the 13 again. That should make him good to go for the rest of this race. And by the way that they're coming off pit road, looks like the other 3 behind him also went with the 4-tire strategy. So let's see if Derek Reed's going to come out as the leader. I think the guy that would be trying to catch these guys would be... No, it wouldn't be Dylan Poteet. He's 31st. It'd be Trent Whitney. Trent Whitney in 5th place along with Hayden Klein. They're going to try and catch back up here. But Derek Reed now is getting himself up to speed coming out of the racetrack, so I don't think Trent Whitney's going to be able to pass him at least now. Gotta hope that they bunch up here with about 12 laps to go. No, actually, it's going to be 14 laps to go. My bad. Reed the leader, Dylan Young second. As a matter of fact, we're going to wait till they cross the stripe, and then we'll give the official way that they're running after the green flag pit stops. Okay, Derek Reed is the leader. Dylan Young currently second. Trent Whitney is in third. Let's get away from that pace car. Fourth place is Hayden Klein. Fifth place is going to be James McLeod with Charles Jackson sixth. Jake Rogers now is seventh as he's just bypassed Austin Ogo, slips to eighth. Danica Shirley is in ninth, and Rohit Vidaru runs in 10th. 11th is our pole sitter, Madison Sieber. 12th place, Emilio Navrat. Juarez Savotas runs 13th. Cole Daly, what a nice recovery for him. He's back up to 14th now. 15th, Trent Dunham. 16th, Eric Burden. Aaron Williams Jr. 17th. 18th is George Roque. 19th place is going to be Kyle Sosnowski. Completing the top 20 is Ralph Mason. 21st is Danny Wells. 22nd, Anthony McCurry. 23rd, Sean Galligan. 24th, Jeffrey Buckeye. 25th is Jacob Lawler. 26th, Mary Cole. 27th, Matthew Rodriguez. Callan Wales is 28th. 29th, Pichu London. 30th place is Dylan Poteet. 31st, Sean Henley. 32nd place, well, nope, actually, nope, just 30, whatever Henley was running. 31st. He's now the first car one lap down is Dylan Young, Derek Reed. They're going to battle for the lead now. Dylan Young was able to get around the 13. Now the 13 going to get back around him. Derek Reed back to the lead. Now as these guys continue to battle for position here, quickly document to you on who is out of the race. Looks like the drivers that have retired are Tim Walsh, John Cittadino, and Adam Chambers, but we're going to go back quickly, look at a replay to see why, as Poteet now falls a lap down to the leaders. We got about 10 laps to go. We're going to take a look at a replay of what happened on pit road to take out 2 championship contenders. And we'll do that right now, and then we'll come back for the checkered flag. Don't go away. Okay, this was when they were making their pit stops. Jeffrey Buckeye going to not slow down in time. He runs into the back of Pichu London, who then runs into the back of Mary Cole. There were just so many cars coming down at that one time. Ralph Mason gets a little piece of it there. And then as Mary Cole has spun out, Sosnowski gets into the back of Poteet. John Cittadino's going to get into the side of Poteet right there. Walsh runs into Cittadino. Cittadino gets jacked up, and there's Adam Chambers running straight in the back of the 56. And there is Henley getting a piece of it right there. I think he ran to somebody else earlier, too, coming down pit road. And look at the 42. Up and onto the hood of the Napa Toyota. And there is Adam Chambers directly behind him. There are 2 chasers right there in Chambers and Cittadino. Both went behind the wall along with Tim Walsh. after this incident. A tough break for those guys, having to get involved in a pit road incident that ends their day. Going to go back now to the live action. We currently are on lap number 26. That gives us a total of 9 laps to go, I do believe. Derek Reed's still the leader. Second place is Dylan Young. Trent Whitney is third, so Fords hold the top 3 spots right now. Pichu London about to go down a lap to the leaders. Well, he has gone a lap down to the leaders. Now the leaders trying to work their way around him. Is it side by side for 4th place? James McLeod looking to the inside of Danica Shirley. Now with James McLeod running so well at this point, and John Cittadino retired from the race, McLeod, I believe, would be the points leader heading into next week. That is, depending all goes well for him. And Austin Ogo could very well move into second in the points. He is currently 8th on the racetrack. How about Hayden Klein? Nice run for him. In the 9th position. 6th in points at this particular juncture. And let's try and find any other chasers. There's Poteet. He's actually gone a lap down. There's Aaron Williams Jr. trying to recover. He's found his teammate Emilio Navrat to work with. See if he can actually work his way back up to the front in time. He was out front leading up quite a few laps here early on in this race. Slipped back after the pit stops, but still just outside the top 10. And there is Cole Daly. This guy has made a nice recovery in my opinion. Was running back in the mid-30s for a majority of the day. He's got his teammate Eric Burton right behind him. And those two drivers for Roush Fenway Racing now starting to work their way up. They're currently in the top 20. They may be looking for more before all is said and done. So they're going to work their way around the lap car of Pichu London now. Move back up to the front here. Dylan Young, or make that Trent Whitney, has gotten around both Dylan Young and Derek Reed. He's taking the lead. You got to think that maybe it's going to come down between those 3 drivers, unless Danica Shirley, James McLeod, Jake Rogers, those guys can catch back up. They got to get into single file if they're going to, because these top 3 have done a good job remaining single file and creating a 3-car draft, which has been enough to keep 4th on back at bay. And there's Matthew Rodriguez. Looks like he made another pit stop there in the 14. Whoa! Dylan Young going to use him as a pick. Splitting the dice right there, splitting the difference between Whitney and Matt Rod. Oh, and Trent Whitney's making a pit stop. Are we going to have pit stops this late in the race? Oh my goodness. Trent Whitney just gave up the 2nd position to come down and pit with 5 laps to go. And now the question is, some of these drivers who tried gambling maybe by not taking any tires or just doing a splash of fuel, is this green flag run messing up their strategy, and is it kind of, not working out for them? We're going to have to find out here. Let's see if Dylan Young or Derek Reed make any indications toward pit road. Nope, they're not coming to pit road, but Charles Jackson is. Mary Cole's on pit road. Danica Shirley, James McLeod, Jake Rogers, Aaron Williams Jr., Rohit Vidaravu, Wido Savotas, George Roque, they're coming. Poteet's coming down. Eric Burton's on pit road. There's Danny Wells. So they are pitting here. With only a handful of laps left to go, Henley's coming down pit road as well. We got a total of 4 to go. And pit stops are going to be the deciding factor in this race. 34 laps, and they've had to make 3 pit stops apparently. Now let's see if Dylan Young's going to come down this time. Nope, he stays out. Derek Reed stays out. Ogo stays out. Hayden Klein, though, he's going to give up 3rd place. He's coming down pit road. Cole Daly decided to stay out as well. So did Emilio Navrat, as there's everybody else coming off pit road. So it looks like the top 5, as I see it, is Dylan Young, Derek Reed, Austin Ogo, and then Emilio Navrat and Cole Daly. And we've got 3 to go here. It'll be 2 to go when they come down this time. Let's see if Dylan Young's going to come down pit road this time. Nope, he's staying out. Derek Reed is staying out. Ogo is staying out. Navrat is staying out. But Cole Daly's now diving for pit road. The 5th place driver is going to pit. with 2 laps to go. So now the big question mark is, for those front 4, what are they going to do? When are they going to pit? Can they make it the rest of the way? It's a pretty good breakaway for Dylan Young and Derek Reed before you get back to Austin Ogo. He's probably a good 13, 14, 15 car lengths back. But Dylan Young, is he going to stay out, or is he going to pit this time? Nope, Dylan Young stays out. He's going to come down and get the white flag. Derek Reed second. Ogo third. Navarrete is in fourth. And Dylan Young has taken the white flag. Dylan Young going to try and hang on for one more lap. Is Cole Daly, I don't know if he was he out of fuel coming off pit road, or was he just slow? I guess he was just slow. Down the back straightaway, you can bet the crew chief is telling Dylan Young, save fuel, save fuel. Probably Derek Reed's crew chief telling him the same thing. Can he milk it around through turns 3 and 4? Dylan Young trying to pick up his first win of the season in the Penske Racing Ford. Out of turn 4 for the final time. Nowhere is he going to get a challenge from Derek Reed. Dylan Young on fuel strategy wins the Independence Day 400 at Coca-Cola Speedway. And he was just coming up on his teammate, Jeffrey Buckeye, too. And if we had had one more lap, it would have been interesting to see what Buckeye would have done, if he would have helped his teammate get by or not, but we didn't have to see that happen. Dylan Young was able to milk it around, and I'm pretty sure Dylan Young's going to be out of fuel pretty soon. But nonetheless, Dylan Young, on a very gutsy pit call, stays out and is able to take the checkers here today. His first Snickers Cup Series win of the season. What a great win for the guy who came in 16th in the points. I think Derek Reed's out of fuel. Yep, that car is definitely out of fuel. He couldn't even drive around. He's coasting. That car is losing speed as we speak. It's now down from 77, 76. Yeah, he is definitely out of fuel. But he's going to get a nice second place finish behind fellow Ford Dylan Young, what I guess we could call the Black Deuce here today. Take a look at the official results. Only 4 cars finished on the lead lap. They were the 4 cars that gambled and won top 5 positions. Dylan Young with the win. Derek Reed second. How about Austin Ogo? His first chase, a gutsy call to start off this chase, and the 2-time winner gets third. Emilio Navarrete, his second straight top 5 finish. He finished runner-up last week at Arizona. He's going to get 4th place here today. Hayden Klein, what a great run for him in 5th place. Great run for that chase contender. Then it's going to be Rohit Vidarvu in 6th. James McLeod going to finish in 7th. Great run for him. I believe he is going to still be the points leader heading into next week's race. Danica Shirley, great run for her debut here in the Snickers Cup Series. 8th place. Trent Whitney, very solid 9th. And Cole Daly, who to me is probably one of the comeback of the race drivers, because he was way at the back of the pack at the start of this race, was able to work his way up during this long race up to the 10th position for his finish. So that's going to help him out in chase points as well. Where did the rest of our chasers finish? Let's find out. Aaron Williams Jr., he's going to finish in 15th place. Anthony McCurry gets 22nd. Mary Cole finishes 26th place. Dylan Poteet, 28th. Sean Henley's going to get 31st. Out of the race, Citadino in 33rd. Adam Chambers also out of the race in 34th. And then all the way down in 41st place, that was Barney Ward. So some drivers already having to take Coca-Cola Speedway as their mulligan track. Some drivers, though, put themselves in pretty good positions heading into next week's race. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. Congratulations once again to Dylan Young on his first victory of the season. Also the first victory of the season for the Penske Racing team. And we will see you guys next time for our second chase race. Memory right now is failing me as to where it is. I almost think it's Indianapolis. I may be right in that assumption. I think we are going to Indy. So I hope you'll tune in for that, as you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. Happy 4th of July, everyone.